Hello my friends and welcome back to your favorite channel, MTDCNC. I try not to timestamp my videos, but as you can see, I am standing here on the Hwacheon booth at SIMTOS in Korea, so why not shout about it? The most beautiful booth you could see if you were to show up, but since you can't or since you're not here, we're gonna talk partnerships today. We're gonna bring it all the way to the US with Productivity and my friend Al to figure out why Hwacheon in the US and how it supports their existing customer base. Well, most of you might know this guy already, this young, famous, good-looking young man, Al here, but we're gonna talk a little bit about partnerships. We had a little introduction, Al, just to let everyone know. We're gonna talk about connecting Korea over to the US and why Hwacheon, what matters to productivity is you guys are that 800-pound gorilla that everyone knows, trusts, and relies upon. So when you partner with Hwacheon, as we're here in Korea today to work with them, why?
Well, I mean, I'm glad you asked that, and I'm glad you introduced me in such a way, because Productivity is a company that has prided itself on business relationships that last. Most of the brands that we represent, we have represented for 10 years to 30 years. We have this relationship. We don't represent machines that jump from dealer to dealer from year to year. So our customers know that what we have is going to be reliable and it's going to be consistent over the years that they have it in their own shop. How do we do that? Well, we've done that through being very careful about who we connect with. And we like to connect with companies like Hwacheon because this is a family-owned company. This company has a reputation of business ethics that we really align ourselves with. We want companies that give us the best equipment that can be built in their particular areas of expertise. And Hwacheon being a vertically integrated company, they have even their own foundry. So the castings they have are designed for them, by them, and it goes up from there. Everything in their factory is built internally. They don't have a lot of buyouts. They're not buying components from one company for another. And so what we get out of that is a reliable, consistent, highly accurate machine.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. And the curse and the gift about speaking with me, Al, is now I have a million more questions. And the audience sometimes likes that, and they sometimes go, why is your video so long? But the first thing I want to mention is I've been to your open house, and it's bigger than some of the trade shows I've been to. That's how much people rely on you. And speaking of that reliability, as you already mentioned, business ethics, and the vertically integrated company and their own foundry making their own castings, is you had a customer speaking with you, and you said, trust me. Trust me, this might be a new relationship for us, but give this machine a go. You're gonna love it. And that customer came back to you with a heck of a response, exactly what you wanted. Would you mind describing, A, what that trust is like and why your clients have it with you, and B, what that customer said once they bought that Hwacheon machine?
Sure. So Productivity was founded on a different business model at the time. When the company began, it was, we wanted to put service first and sales second, rather than the other way around. Instead of servicing what you sell, we were going to emphasize the service first, be able to do it all internally and all in-house, and then make sure that we could fill their needs with the different equipment that we sell. In the end, what that created was a return customer level that I don't think any other dealer sees. And they come back to us because they're comfortable with us and they know what they're going to get. They know they're going to get good service. And they rely on us then to make sure that we're supplying the right equipment to them. And with Hwacheon and some of the other products that we sell, we're able to fit just about every hole within the machining industry. Whether it be the lowest commodity level machines up to the very high-end machines. And Hwacheon fit us perfectly because in our turning and in some of our milling products, we were missing that certain level of machine that could really fill a void where somebody says, I don't want commodity, but I haven't got the price of the very high-end Japanese equipment. I can't swing that kind of a deal. So Hwacheon fills that need perfectly. And quite frankly, this equipment should be made in Japan. It's not. It's built here in Korea, and it's just absolutely outstanding equipment. It plays in the level that all the Japanese high-end builders play, but without that crazy high price tag. It's still premium equipment. It still costs more than a little bit more than the other Korean equipment. But that being said, the level that they come in at is different than the other manufacturers in Korea. They're more after a larger market share. They're looking to fit a bigger market than what we are. Hwacheon comes in and says, we want to build the best machine we can build to fill a particular need, and they do so. And so back to that story you started with, that was a customer that had bought multiple machines from us, but had bought multiple machines from a competitor also. And they've kind of filled a need where they wanted to. One of their higher level milling machines, they were in love with it, but the amount of tools they could get they could only get 30 tools in it. They wanted 60 tools. Hwacheon happened to have a machine that fit that, and they said, this is unknown to us. We don't know if this machine is going to do what we want. And again, this was a premium machine, a higher price point. And literally because of our reputation of being somebody that they can trust and they know the long term, we won't come in there and sell you something just to make a sale. We're going to sell you the right machine for you. They trusted us, they bought that machine, and they're all smiles. We saved them about a third in their price from their other piece of equipment. And they've got a machine that they said, it matters not what we put into this machine. We don't have to select jobs for this one or the other one. It's all interchangeable, and it's been a very good success story.
Well, I want to bring this all full circle because success is something you guys generate over and over and over again, and I'm very happy for that client. And I think I already know this answer because you mentioned that your partnerships are long-term. What does the future look like between Productivity and Hwacheon moving ahead?
Very strong. We started with Hwacheon about 9 years ago, I believe. And it has been a bit of a long haul. It took a while because, quite frankly, the product is a little bit more expensive, and it really didn't have the name recognition that many of the other Korean builders had. We've been working on that. We're slowly building that, but the product stands on its own. It's beginning to really take off. Our market share is growing substantially and continues to grow, and customers are very excited. Once they buy one, they generally buy a second and a third because, again, the value. They're getting Japanese level quality value at a substantial discount.
I think that's a perfect way to summarize this entire thing. We're standing in front of harmony. It's a harmonious relationship as well. I know, you got me again, but I appreciate your time describing how this all works. And you're right. This is a great future partnership, along with the 9 years that you've already been there. It's just going to continue to grow. For everyone watching, this is Hwacheon. We are going to continue to advocate and scream to the mountaintops to give brand recognition to a company that you guys deserve to know more about. And that's that Korean-made, high-precision machine that's really going to bring you a lot of benefits to your machine shop. Al, thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. I appreciate your time.
I appreciate you having me.